Thank you for hanging out with me today. I'm JB Bryan of JB Bryan Financial Group, the home of AfroEconomics, a strategic financial management program developed to enhance wealth within the Black community. And I created it because it is important for us to become financially independent. Our topic for today, I'm excited about it. I have something that none of you out there can have. This is the Legacy Edition workbook of AfroEconomics, and it includes the principles of West Africa. It includes the symbols from West Africa, and I think you're going to be really excited about it. So I'm excited about it anyway, so I want to share my joy with you. And so during July 2nd, the topic of today's discussion is Financial Independence Day, that AfroEconomics that I've created, the AfroEconomics Financial Independence Day. Now, that is not to say that every day should not be about financial independence, and it should. But I want you to come out and celebrate with me on July 2nd, that let's create that. Let's make it a big deal, that is going to be the day that Black people make a commitment to becoming financially independent on July 2nd. Let's start it 2016. Let's claim it. Let's make it happen. Make sure, before I go into some things I want to elaborate on our topic, I definitely have a lot of points on that about why we should become financially independent, why it's important. Because Abdul Shabazz, that has a business in Las Vegas, he wrote to me and he said that one of the greatest problems bothering most people are financial ones. And I agree with him. I know you all probably agree as well. If you don't have financial problems, you know a friend that has a financial problem, and AfroEconomics is about eliminating that, about giving us all tools so that we can become financially independent, and the Black community can continue to enhance its contribution to the world. So principle 2 in the AfroEconomics book, that you can get it AfroEconomics.com. Principle 2 is about financial independence, and the entire book is, but I really elaborate in principle 2 about self-reliance and financial independence. And allow me to quote myself here. I say, in order to have a healthy mindset, a wealthy mindset, and a healthy mindset, but a wealthy mindset, we have to develop an attitude of, I can do this myself. I believe in myself. I am worthy of this. With the mindset of the wealthy, we can find consistently the people who have an attitude of freedom, creativity, and independence. This is important to have in order to reach a maximum level of wealth and financial independence. So we're going to continue that pursuit, and we're going to celebrate it on July 2nd in the DC office in the nation's capital on 12th Street. And you're going to come right into, you can go right into the metro station there. I'm at One Metro Center, and it's 700 12th Street Northwest. You can't beat the convenience. Just come and hang out. It is completely free. It's open, but you have to register at AfroEconomics.com. Check out the app. There's an easy way to register. I have a free app. Download it. I've made a commitment that in my life, I want to give more to you than you could possibly give back to me. So allow me to help you give your family everything that it deserves and yourself. So we're going to look at, why is financial independence required? And I believe that it is required so that we can live a better life. So while others are going to be sleeping, maybe cooking, doing cookouts and the night before and clubbing and this and that, I want to challenge you that on Saturday, July 2nd, that you enter the District of Columbia and that you come in there and you allow yourself to be financially empowered and encouraged. It's a great networking opportunity for us. I think we need to be around each other. We need to be around people of that same wealthy mindset more often. And I've made a commitment to make sure that I have my live workshops for you at least once a month. So the event is going to allow me to encourage you to network. I want some entertainment from some West African dancers. That is my goal. I would like to find a West African dance group. If not, I will have to dance for you in that fashion. I'm just joking. You would pay me not to, but I will find a group that will entertain us, because the legacy edition of the AfroEconomics book allowed me to find West African West African symbols to connect with my principles. So I want to bring in the African influence that we have in America, because Afroeconomics is about financial empowerment in America and abroad. It's because we're Black people are all over the planet. So let's get together and let's go to the root of it. So the legacy edition gets to the root of the matter. So why is it important to be financially independent? Well, what about a key thing that a financial independence, I believe, brings to your life is an increased confidence. An increased confidence. And I think that you all agree. It's not, enter a comment, but just the confidence in knowing that you're going to be able to sustain yourself, that you're going to be able to take care of yourself and your family, that you are able to take care of yourself and your family, and that even making the steps towards, no matter if you're working your way out of a situation, it still will make you feel better once you take that first step than allowing yourself to sit in a situation and be doing nothing. So you have not failed until you allow yourself to stop. We want to become we want to maintain our financial independence, create financial independence, because we want to be confident people. We don't want to, second point is that we don't want to rely on other people. We want to become a financially independent community. We want to be able to be confident and know that the Black community is doing well, that the stereotypes that have been created, we want to demolish them, and for Black people to be known for the confident, strong people that we are, that we can become and will be financially independent. Now, that doesn't mean that we all have to, because I discourage it. Actually, I discourage materialism. So we don't have to, what financial independence means to you is what you need to determine. And that's the most important part I want to bring home here, is that nobody can tell you what is required for you to become financially independent, because that's based on the lifestyle that you've selected. So, I look at these families where they'll have one person working outside of the home, and, the lady might be in an old car and she has all the kids in the car, and but that's the lifestyle that they developed. Now, some people might look at them and say, wow, I don't know why she's not working. They wouldn't have to have that old car if she wasn't working, but they decided that that's the lifestyle that they want. And we need to have confidence and enough self-confidence in knowing that this is what you want, and this is what you consider financial independence, that you want to create assets that generate income for blah, blah, blah amount a month. It doesn't have to be 100,000 a month for you, maybe not, but 100,000 a month might be a minimum requirement for someone else. I mean, it's extreme, but I mean, it's for me to even say that 100,000 a month is extreme. That might actually be the after-tax income that they need in order to maintain their lifestyle. So be it. What that means is that they're going to have to accumulate and save and invest even more and wiser and everything, where your needs may be only 3,000 a month, but either way, you are not relying on others, and you determine what financial independence is to you. So we want to become financially independent as Black people. It will reduce the stress that you have, and it will make, in my opinion, it will reduce your stress, increase your health, and it will make you happier, knowing that that you're okay, that you're not relying on a job or that particular job, and if you get that slip, every day you have this fear of, what if I get fired today? Then how am I going to pay all these things? And then if you're in that situation, it's creating stress for you, and you need to figure out a way to get out of that situation, and that's what we do in AfroEconomics. It gives you also a 4-point is that financial independence, if it's your goal, should give you a sense of accomplishment, give you a sense of freedom. If becoming financially independent doesn't have to be something that you don't accomplish until you're 70, 80, 90 years old. If we make these decisions wiser in our life, you might not be able to control your income as much as you want to, but you can definitely take steps to reduce your expenses and your bills. I think we spend a lot of time on what do we need to invest in when you can get a huge return on your money by paying down your debt. So, keep it easy, keep it simple. It's not easy, but it's real simple that you can increase your chances of financial independence by reducing your debt load. So that's to give you that sense of accomplishment. You say, wow, I got rid of that debt. Look at what I did in blah, blah, blah amount of months or years. But just let's take the steps forward and let's kick it off today and celebrate also on July 2nd, Financial Independence Day in the Washington location, and register at AfroEconomics.com. Another point is that being financially independent makes it easier for you to make decisions. Too many times you have people who need to go to other people in order to do things. They might need a co-signer on a loan, or they might need someone to let them borrow some money because they want to purchase things or things like that. So if you're relying on you might have a very creative, wealthy mindset, but you have to rely on others in order to help you make decisions. Then that's not cool. So when you become financially independent, when you want to go buy things, you go and get things. You buy things. So if you want to leverage something or get a loan to make a purchase, you got your credit, your debts, everything in order. You go and you get it. You get it. So not to say that there can't be situations where you're partnering and you're working together on some things together, but you don't want to be the one who the other person is carrying. You want both of you to be financially strong people, and you're making this deal and taking these steps together, right? So what about another reason that we need to be financially independent and make it a big part of our daily commitment is that it creates better relationships, right? Just as I was saying, that if you don't want to be the one that is always relying on your friends in order to purchase things, or in order to go places, or they'll begin to avoid you because you don't come to the table with money. You're not contributing to the trips. You're not contributing to the properties that you're trying to purchase together. You're not contributing to the relationship at all. You never pay for dinner or a movie or anything. It makes for better relationships, you being financially independent and you knowing how to create a very financially healthy lifestyle for yourself, so that when you're going into a relationship that you're bringing, you want to become that which you desire. You don't want to say, oh, I want my loved one to be blah, 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 and you're not that way already. So if you want to have someone in your life that's financially independent, a key step is to become financially independent yourself, right? So I guess that's the big point there. Financial independence creates better relationships. So another key point is that when you're financially independent, it allows you to try new things. It allows you to, I always wanted to have such and such a business. So it allows you to start that business, to do that venture, to purchase that asset, to do things. So becoming financially independent will allow you to exercise your creativity and to try new things, to go new places. It just opens you up to a whole new world of opportunity that you deserve to have. Our Black community deserves to have that ability to try new things and explore new territories. And an additional point is that if financial independence is a goal, then if you make the sacrifices that are required for many, and where it might require that you work hard, create additional income, organize your finances, make automatic, systematic investments, that you participate fully, that you increase your participation, that you increase your savings, that you don't go shopping every week, that you have to skip some of those shopping trips, that you have to skip some of those trips and cruises and things like that. You have to make some different choices. So all those things require sacrifice. But when you get to the other side of it, it actually should increase your self-esteem, your self-value, your self-worth. You should feel better about yourself because you're saying, I set that financial goal. I did what I had to do in order to reach it. And then I reached that goal. I mean, it's beautiful. So a key point is that being financially independent will increase our confidence and will increase our wealth as work as well. And Lord knows the example that you will set to other generations by being able to take care of yourself and not having younger people seeing you struggle as an older person, but for them to have, because too often young people say, well, I was speaking out at college one time, and one of the speakers was like, one of the participants, the students was like, I always saw my mom struggle my whole life, and but what about, and that was her motivation. And unfortunately, all too often, the struggle will continue because that's the example, that is the mindset, that's what she's seen her whole life. So you really have to develop a refuse to be broke mentality and not allow your young people around you to see you being broke. That you can be broke, but you don't have to have a broke mindset. You can say, I don't have the money, but I am taking these steps in order to make it happen. Too often you're broke, they see you sitting there and they see you not doing anything to change that situation. I know for a fact, when we do things, things change. You can't just sit in the problem and think that things are going to change. We have to take action to make change. You have to come on July 2nd at 10 a.m., be there when the doors open at 9:30. It is free, so that you're around an environment that is doing something that is empowering you, that you are around a group of people who are moving in the direction that you're going. There's really not anywhere else on that day at that time that you may know about that can guarantee you that it's going to be about you and you moving forward financially and solving the problems and helping you reach the financial goals that you have. I love to be around a group of enthusiastic people that are about doing better. It's not really about where you are, just be about doing better. Because even if sometimes people may have everything, externally, it may look like, but their mind is so messed up that they can't even see how good they have it. So if you're in that situation, also you need to go, because you're miserable and you're stressing because you don't feel like you really have a plan or plan of action. You're not sure how you're going to continue. You're making good money, but you don't know how you're going to accumulate enough in order to maintain that style of living. Well, let's get together and let's make sure that you feel like you're on track. That if you continue to do this, then this will happen, and this and but just being miserable and just destroy your health, unfortunately. So we need to. I can't, but I know that when you do the right thing, the right things will happen. And I'm confident about that because my life is an example of that. But I had to make a commitment to do the right thing. And even when it was hard and you feel like because the better you do, the lonelier it's going to be. So you need to realize that it's not, you're not going to have a whole bunch of cheerleaders like, look at you making all those financial sacrifices and investing in your business. That's not going to happen like that. But you have to really realize that you have to persevere because you want your life to represent all that God can do for you, all good, all the good that can come out of your life. You want to make sure that you've made a commitment to make that happen. You don't want to be, you want to always be in a state of gratitude and development and taking positive steps to make things better for you and everyone else in your life and everyone else that you can help even beyond your life. And that is about making key steps of increasing your financial confidence. So please go online and register at AfroEconomics.com, and you'll see the event for July 2nd. And make sure you register and get on board, and that we will be anticipating your participation. And we'll have the AfroEconomics workbook there for you, the Legacy Edition and the original edition. And we'll talk all about the Legacy Edition in the nation's capital, Washington, D.C., 700 12th Street Northwest, and on the seventh floor, Suite 700 on the 7th floor. And we'll be looking for you at the door. But please come and hang out with us then. Please make comments today. Please subscribe to this channel. I'm just pleasing you. And I really appreciate your participation. And AfroEconomics is on Facebook. And I love the Facebook, the interaction. That I really appreciate those of you who do follow me on the AfroEconomics with JB Bryan Facebook page. I appreciate you. And I appreciate the comments that you're making on the website. That's really picked up a lot too. And the speaking engagements that have come out of the website. So I would love to come and speak to your group. I appreciate you, and may AfroEconomics be all that you need, all that you need to kickstart your financial life and help your family for many generations to come. God bless you, and I'll be hanging out with you next week, same time, same place. And I'm JB Bryan, the President and Chief Investment Officer of JB Bryan Financial Group, a registered investment advisory firm and the home of AfroEconomics. Have a great day.